promised myself I was gonna keep it so cool with you. I'm such a fan. Like, I'm a big fan. Like,
well,
anything
likewise.
your name is attached to, I watched. We actually both got in the industry. I was 19 when I got in the industry, and you were too, right? When you
I did my first film when I was 17, but I did get an Oscar nomination when I was 19.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the beginning of...
I didn't get that.
Which seems ridiculous. But yeah, but you did win American Idol at 19.
No, the same thing.
Same thing. I mean, actually, a way bigger thing.
I think it's the same gravity as an Oscar. No, but it changed my life, and it put me in the spotlight at such a young age. And how did you deal with that?
But that's right. I think when you have sort of notoriety on that level, it does change your life, and external forces kind of crowd in and make you feel potentially a little bit overwhelmed. And I think, how did I handle it? I mean, I think a part of it was just actually trying to stay steady and taking a step back and looking at, okay, how do I want to live my life? You know, do I want to continue at this very famous pace? I still felt I had to figure out who I was, separate to all of that. I almost felt in many ways I kind of wasn't emotionally ready for that kind of attention.
Yeah.
And also, in a strange way, I didn't get into acting because I wanted to be Queen or have the attention like that. I did it because I loved it, like you with your beautiful voice. It's a thing that you feel compelled to do, and you don't actually think about what happens if people actually see any of the movies that I'm in and they're any good. You don't think about that part. So, so I just took time, and I'm very, very blessed. I had great parents, wonderful siblings, and actually things that mattered, like friendship and food, quite honestly. Like sitting down and having a great Sunday meal with my family.
The conversations that ensue, like after, you know, while you're having a meal,
Yeah, just normal things that make you feel, okay, this is where I belong. As long as you've got that sort of anchor point, I think that helps a lot, and that's what certainly helped me. But I also think as well, like, success, you know, how do we talk about success and what it means to be successful. Success, for me, is how I feel on the inside. For me, the greatest achievement of my life is raising 3 children to be resilient, cool, collected, interesting, creative individuals who are humble and kind. So I think it's very important that we remind young people that they matter. And any dream that they have, they're allowed to chase, and that mistakes are important. We learn from our mistakes. And I always say that to younger actors. Come on, let's go and make some mistakes together while we play and figure this out. It's how you work out what works and what doesn't. I think that's an important part of life as well.
I love you even more. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take a quick break. We have someone in the audience set up to take over.
Hi, Kelly and Kate. I'm Damian. I'm so excited, and I'm a huge Kate Winslet fan, especially in one movie in particular. No, it's not Titanic or The Holiday or Finding Neverland. It's the 2006 animated masterpiece Flushed Away, where Kate plays a street-smart sewer rat named Rita. If I were doing this interview, every question would be about that film. More with Kate and Kelly after the break.
With us. Give it up, y'all. Kate's new film is called Lee. It's a fascinating look at the life of photojournalist Lee Miller, who refused to take no for an answer, and in doing so helped generations of women find strength and progress. Many of Kate's roles throughout her career have had a similar impact, so we wanted to take a moment to talk about some of those incredible films. So this is Scenes and Stories. Scenes and Stories. Love it. Love to hear it. All we do here is basically we show a scene from one of Kate's films, and she's going to tell us the story that comes to mind when she sees it. It's kind of a free association thing. Here's the first one. Let's just get it out of the way. This is Titanic. I felt like we had to do this when I sang the karaoke for you for that one. But what do you recall from this movie scene?
What do I not recall? I can remember everything. So the first thing to say is that we had a section of the boat that was on a hydraulic arm that would go up and down depending on what angle at which the ship was sinking at that point in the story. And that particular angle that you just saw in that photograph was really scary because, like a fairground ride, it didn't stop there. It kept going up. So So all of those people
are really holding on.
Are really holding on. A lot of them are harnessed on, and they are all stunt individuals, apart from myself and Leo.
The assets.
Who just hung on for dear life. No, there was a lot of rehearsing around that sequence, because obviously with something like that, you actually can't have things go wrong. But but we did, when we got
sort of choreography, probably.
Yeah, but when we got to the bit, exactly like choreography, when we got to the bit where Jack and Rose are right on the top like that, there was one night when the entire hydraulic, it just broke, and we got stuck up there.
Oh.
No, but it was quite funny, actually. We got stuck up there just like all night, because it was, you know, we had to 4 months of Titanic. It was a 7-month shoot, 4 months of which were shot by night, because the boat sank at night.
Yeah.
And so there's Leo and I just stuck on the top, the bow of the ship.
Those conversations must have been entertaining.
Actually, we used to sing. We'd take it in turns to sing each other, you know, cheesy love songs.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
No, that's not meant to be cute. No, we sang them badly, and like I can't even remember what they were, but yeah, we would kind of just we'd lie there singing, and we had snacks hidden inside our life jackets.
Yes. Okay, next, The Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this movie. What do you love about this scene?
Well,
working with Jack had to be fun.
Oh, Jack is gorgeous. And he was so gorgeous, and I loved being with him. I looked forward to seeing him every day. We had so much fun. He was just wonderful. And he's very naughty, because he does, you know, he really is that funny.
Yeah.
So he will willfully try and mess you up on camera.
He's been on this show.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of can't function.
It's like a kid playing all the time.
Totally. He's a big boy man, and you just have to... You just have to roll in with his wonderful world, and it couldn't be a nicer place to be.
Yes.
And I loved every minute of working with him. It was fantastic. But The Holiday, something beautiful that's happened with that film is that women, mothers and daughters, it seems to be something that mothers and daughters connect over and watch every holiday season.
And that's the thing, too. It's an
so
evergreen.
Nice. Yeah.
People watch I watch every year.
Yeah, and that's a really lovely thing. Women will come up to me in the grocery store and they'll say, oh, we love you in The Holiday. Yeah. And they'll have, their daughter will be right there, and they stand clutching each other's hands and saying, every Christmas. Yeah. And they have these whole rituals around food and what they eat when they're watching it. Yeah. So that's absolutely lovely. It's so nice. Such an unexpected delight.
Yeah. You have so many great movies. Oh, my God. Well, finally, we're going to end with Lee. So what about this one?
So this is Andrea Riseborough, who is, I honestly think, one of our greatest actors of all time. And I had never worked with her before, admired her my whole career. We're kind of similar in age. And she plays Audrey Withers in our film, and Audrey Withers was the editor of Vogue magazine at the time that Lee was there. Audrey was a woman who wanted herself to be a writer and really believed in other women being writers too, in spite of Lee's lack of experience, because Lee was a photographer. If she was going to go and take on this job, she would have to write about what she was seeing, as well as photographically documenting it. And this is the scene when Lee first goes into Vogue, actually kind of just marches right on in and says, I hear you're the woman to see about a job. And she sits down with Audrey, and she basically shows her portfolio of wonderful images that she's taken across a number of years. And Audrey is immediately supportive, and as it should be, as it should be.
One more time, y'all, for the lovely Kate Winslet. Give it up, y'all. Her new movie is called Lee. It's beautiful and heartbreaking, and it's in theaters everywhere. Please go see it.